Alright, we get to do some man crafting today. Maybe hard to tell, but those largest washers are 4.5 inches in diameter. We get to do some welding, some cutting, some grinding, all kinds of fun man crafting stuff. So stay tuned while we put this together. For today's project, we went to Fastenal and we picked up some 1/2 inch nuts. This large fender washer, it's 2.25 inches by 4.5 inches. We also picked up some 1/2 inch by 2.5 inch fender washers. We have 1/2 inch threaded, coarse threaded rod, a 3-foot section, and then a local steel supplier. We picked up these plates. They're 1/4 inch thick and 6.5 inches in diameter. Everything we need to do our project. Okay, I'm going to be welding a nut to the center of this, so I want to be able to find my center point, whether I wanted to drill a hole or weld something. If you're dealing with a circle and you need to find the center, this is an easy way to do it. So I'm going to start by just making a 4-inch line. And the line's going to go from one edge to the other edge. Really, for my purposes, it doesn't have to be 100% exact. But it always helps if it is. So one. I was using this technique on a turntable I was making for a revolving turntable, and I really wanted to make sure on that one that I did find the center. This one, you know, almost is probably good enough. So once you have your center points, you can go ahead and draw your lines. Actually, let me do it this way, I have more. One. Two. 3. There you have it. There you have it. That's your center point right there. Hope you found this helpful. On with the rest of the project.
to put the stand together. So here I've already got the base. It's welded with a nut on the bottom, and what I did to make sure that this rod is locked down and stable, I just screwed another nut against the welded nut and tighten it down. And that gives me a stable place to work. The next thing I'm going to do, I made a little modification to my original plan. Screw this in. Okay. Alright, and then next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put a little spacer in here. And hopefully this allows it to slip well. Next, I'm going to put this nut on. No, I'm not going to use that nut anymore. Just realized all I got to do is slip this on. So now this will drop when I spin this bottom circle. Previously, instead of this whole setup here, I just had this one nut, which it worked, but I have an idea about making it a little easier to lift in and out of the oven. So I'm hoping that that idea pans out for me. And then the last thing I'm going to do is put this nut on. I can. Alright, and then I'll put the top. And again, this has a nut welded to the bottom of this washer. Make sure this goes on straight. Once I get it down to about where it's flush, then I'm going to back this back up and I'll tighten it into place. Alright, now that that's tight, this doesn't move, everything's stable. Alright, let's go take a look at this and see how it works with the cup on top. Okay, back to my test cup. Press it there. Alright, now it's tight against the bottom of the cup, so when I powder coat, nothing will get up inside of the cup. And then when I'm done, just hold this in place. And that washer will drop away. Now when I put it in the oven and this flows, there won't be any powder stuck between this washer and the cup. And I could even potentially wipe off the washer between, or I haven't decided, maybe I'll just wrap it in foil between powder coating. But the great thing is that once it drops away, I don't have to worry about any adhesion between the spacer or foil or whatever and the cup. And I got this design, I've modified it a little bit, but I got this originally from somebody on the Mancrafting 101 page, Bob Smith, and I just wanted to thank him for that. And I'll post a picture of his original design so you can see what I've done differently. Thanks for watching our how-to videos on how to make a stand for powder coating your YETI.